the different people and finding about their stories are pretty fascinating to me. I finished high school, but I never got to go to college or university, which I feel like I am in college and university when I get to meet these people and learn about their stories and their techniques. For instance, when I started modeling, there was no rule book about how to model. You just learn by yourself. So for older models to now be able to go to the younger models and be able to help them with any question, I think is a great thing to do. Some people think models are there to compete. You know, if I don't get the job, then you get it, then I'm mad at you. That's just not how it works. We know that one girl's going to get the job, and the next girl's going to get the next job, so why not work together as a unit? And so mentoring was a lot of fun to me. I still keep in touch with a few of my girls, and they do great. And they still email me about, even if it isn't modeling, they want to sing, they want to, or whatever it is. I think it's important to have an open conversation. And again, the girls here at Mary Kay competition, I always say, just ask any question to anyone. Don't be nervous. And don't be nervous what the answer is going to be, because you never know, you'll be surprised. I think that it's important for people to feel like they can be your best friend, the girl next door, that you're relatable. And I've always tried to be an open book to a lot of people. So again, if you ask me a question, I hope I'm going to be as honest as I can to you. But also, my story is I was in high school, I wasn't the cool kid, I was the nerdy kid, boys didn't like me, girls made fun of me, and then coming into an industry where everything's different. So you still feel like the shy girl, the girl next door, and I think people can relate to me. And again, I also think for the it quality is not thinking you're too important, that you have confidence, that you can stand up for yourself. Again, a lot of girls are very young, so when they come into the industry, they don't have the confidence that they should. And it's hard for them to be able to say, no, I don't want to do that, or yes, I'm willing to do that. And they're easy things to say, yes and no, but it's very hard for a young girl. So for them to learn early on, hey, you know, I don't wear fur, but I'm willing to try this out, or I don't want to do swimsuit, but I'm willing to try this out. Those are important conversations to have with people, and people respect you for having an opinion, as scary as it is sometimes to have. My two favorite models are Iman and Cindy Crawford, who are definitely people I look up to. One, Iman, she was very smart in branding herself. Cindy Crawford as well. Cindy Crawford, you know, she was known for being the workout model. So when they came to her and said, we'd like you to do shoots with cigarettes, she went, well, that doesn't make sense for my brand. To her wanting to do House of Style, the TV show, and her agencies told her it's not smart, models don't talk, they don't go on TV. And she opened a new opportunity for all models to now try TV, from Heidi Klum to Tyra Banks. Those women, and I'm sure every channel all over the world is models doing something. That thanks to her, she opened that up for a lot of girls. And Iman, she would go to photo shoots and they didn't have cosmetic for her skin type way back then. Mary Kay has skin type for Iman now. But back then they didn't. So she went home and decided, I have to make my own cosmetics. I have to do this for other women out there. And now all over the countries, all over the world, everyone's making cosmetics for every type of skin color. But that's thanks to a model who thought of doing that. So I use those examples as good examples for other models too. If there's something missing in the industry, then you have to work on it. Or if someone's telling you no, try real hard to do it. I'm coming out with my own book and they told me it's impossible to do, you can't do it. It's too big, there's too many pages. And I go, well, now I want to do it because you told me no. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There's one right there. You want to see it?
I want to have that. Wow.
That's big.
It's big.
That's big.
They told me I couldn't make it because it was too big.
Wow.
But It's at the beginning, Jean-Paul Gaultier did my forward, and then I did a little introduction, and so did the photographer.
Oh my god, it's too heavy.
Yeah, that's so heavy.
And all it is a photo
Oh my goodness.
and a number.
Can you open it?
Oh my god.
It's
A book full of poses.
book full of poses, that's it.
Perfect for
Starting
I mean,
model.
it's definitely for starting up models to show that there isn't just 3 ways of posing.
Agree.
So there's a lot of funny things in there, and but we also took a lot of references from around the world and history. So from art history to film to pop culture, we tried to find references. And I think we did a pretty good job. It's 1,000 poses, but there's also a digital version, so that we shot it with 100 cameras. I stand in the middle, and the digital app you can play around and see the entire
A 360-degree view.
Exactly. So that works for models, but it also works for artists, for painters, for sculptors, for people that just love the point of view of the models as muses. All that I think we kind of captured, but it's also just a lot of fun.
How long did it take?
We shot the book in 3 days.
Wow.
3 days, but it takes a long time to produce. It took 2 years to finally make it, but then again, that was it was very difficult to find the right people to put it together.
Congratulations.
Or whatever.
I started modeling. Well, I went to New York. It didn't really work out, so they took me to Asia, and I worked in Taipei for 2 months, then Singapore for 2 months, and then I went back to New York. But when I was in Taipei, they do a lot of catalog work.
Okay.
You do about 25 to 75 images a day.
A day, agree.
And when you went to the casting, I don't know how it works in the Philippines. Or
It works that way as well.
You go to the casting to see the clients, and they say, okay, today is sexy pose, or today is confident pose, whatever that means. You had to then had to do kind of a pose off with another model, and just pose, just keep going.
Yes.
It was like voguing. And if they liked you, you win, and you get the job. So when I went back to New York, I thought that's how you modeled. I thought, this is what you do. And when I went to my first few shoots, people kind of were laughing at me, but they thought it was interesting. They thought, this is weird, but keep doing what you're doing. So over the years, it just became the thing that I did, and I tried to perfect it. I mean, when I started, it was really weird. It was like, but over time, it just became Coco's thing. So sometimes I try real hard to not do it. Like, I'll just sit there and they're like, do your thing, and you're like, ugh. But
So it became a stick.
it came a stick, and I mean, a lot of people just love how I do it. So then I just decided to perfect it, to make it the thing I do. And also, that is the thing that I bring to the job, right? So that's the other thing I also tell models is bring something. I don't know what you're really good at, but maybe you're very flexible. Show them you're flexible. Maybe you have funny faces you can do. Show them. Don't be scared to be different. A lot of models think they have to come to a competition or to a casting and think, be beautiful, look glamorous, sit up straight, and everything's good. That's not it. Do something that will just be like, well, she's not the most prettiest, or she's not the cutest, but oh man, she is amazing. I'm sure. I mean, I don't do a lot of things. I don't do nudes. I don't do semi-nudes. I don't do cigarette photos. There's a lot of things I just don't feel comfortable doing. And that for sure has stopped me from getting those jobs. But that's okay, because there's other models that will do it, and I'm okay with that. And there's other things that I've stood up for that a lot of people just didn't feel the same way. And I'm sure that that's done the same. In that I don't get to do those jobs. But I don't necessarily want to work with someone if they don't feel the same way about the industry.
Okay, this is like typical question. How do you maintain your figure?
I don't know. No, I mean, I definitely be healthy, eat the right things, drink the right things, but also it's a little bit of, what's the word? Genetics.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Love it. Love it.
And one day that will go away.
Not
Not yet.
Not yet.
But, you know, I really try to be smart about things. Yeah, I mean, it depends on who's there at the right. So this is how it works. You go to a casting, you go to a pageant, you go to that one job. You can go over and over and over and over and never get that job or win that pageant or become successful because you didn't meet the right person. I could have still been working in Taipei and Singapore and been fine with that, but it was thanks to having that one job at that one time, at that one moment where I was scouted and actually made it, whatever made it is to you. But then I could continue as a model. So if it is that pageant, I know a few girls that went into pageantry and they did the things that they want to do because of it. So if that was the stepping stone that helps you get to the next job, then congratulations, you did it. But some people get upset or tired because they feel like they're doing the same things over and over and they just never get there. So if that's how they get to their next step, then it works for them, and I've known a few girls that have.
Any last question?
Okay, we are here because of Mary Kay. So can you share your beauty regimes and all that?
For sure. I was very bad early on in removing my makeup at night. I wasn't the good model. I would just go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and just wasn't very good at taking care of my skin. Then I realized that was not going to work for a very long time. So for me personally, very important to take up as much as the makeup I can get. Sometimes some makeup artists love to use waterproof. So as much as I can, creams, skincare, go to sleep, wake up, and do the same regime. Thank you. Again, and then, but I love to wear makeup. I'm the one and only probably model that wears a full face of this makeup as much as I can. I just love it. I think it's a creative way of expressing yourself, and so when even off duty, I will wear a lot of makeup. Even to the point where models that I'll see on the street, they're like, were you on a shoot? And I'm like, no, this is just getting my groceries. And if that means I love a good cat eye, a good eyeliner, sometimes, well, I don't put on fake lashes when it's with day to day, but I love a good fake lash. A lipstick is one of my favorite, especially a good pop. I always have foundation on. I'm very fair, so I have a lot of freckles, and so I like to have it's almost like a canvas. Once I put that foundation on, I can do whatever I want. And the one thing I've been really working on is my eyebrows. There's always one thing I'm always kind of trying to work on. If it was trying to get lipstick, I think I succeeded at that. To getting my eyeliner, I got better at that. Now I'm trying to get my eyebrows. Not so good. But yeah, and like I said, my whole kit is just a full thing of Mary Kay. So they keep sending it to me. As in clothing?
Yeah.
What's my rules?
Yeah.
I don't think I have good rules. Whatever you feel like expressing, I think that's the rule. I don't think you should be thinking about what's in style or what was on the runways. We're so worried about having the look of the season that we don't think about our personal style much anymore. So I really think that if you love to wear bright colors and everyone else is wearing black, who cares? That's what you love to do. So long as you have the confidence in wearing it. You know, if you did wear something that was in season and you walk into a room, have no confidence, we all know. We all know that that's not your thing. That's probably not what you like to wear. But if you come into a room and wear something crazy, outlandish, and you just have that confidence, I think people are like, that's you. I'm not going to say anything because that's what you love to wear. People put me on a bad list because I didn't wear what they liked. I'm on a list.
Yeah.
Something, right?
Good or bad?
Good or bad,
I'm on the list.
I'm on a list. And to some people, yeah, you could wear something every day and be like, I love this, I love this, I love this, and someone goes, I hate that, I hate that, I hate that. You're not wearing clothes for other people.
Very last question. I love the shade of your lips.
Thank you.
Yeah. And your shade of lips.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Veronica does my makeup.
Yeah.
Great
Very,
job.
very nice. So, if it's possible to know what shade of
I will find it for you.
it's very nice.
We always have a
We'll get it for you.
It's a mix, right?
And
Yeah, we have
Normally, yeah.
like layers.
Layers, yeah, that's all.
caked on my
okay.
face.
so, and what are you wearing today?
Sorry?
Your clothes? What are
My
you wearing
clothes
today?
are Sassenbide.
So nice.
Jimmy Choo.
Wow.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you guys.
Thank you.